Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at something special from Landsknecht Emporium. I bet you're asking, what's in the box? Well, I've already stated it was from Landsknecht Emporium, so it has to be a Landsknecht. It's not tall enough to be a longsword or a Kriegsmesser, so you would be correct if you guessed that. And I had one custom made during the worst parts of the pandemic, so it took a little while to get to me, but they were awesome. Landsknecht Emporium was awesome with their communication. If you guys don't know who Landsknecht Emporium is, they are pretty much the authorities on affordable and historically accurate Langmessers, Kriegsmessers, those kinds of things, those kind of swords. And I'm just so happy to have this. So we're going to do an unboxing today. And we're also going to do just an impression of how it handles. And we're going to do some cutting on some water bottles today with a few of my students. So we'll have some fun with it. But let's find out what's in the box. Let's take a look. All right, got a whole bunch of peanuts and stuff. Oh, these are going to make a mess. Roll that. And there she is. So that's what it looks like so far, and it feels a lot lighter than I initially expected. And the grip is wow. The grip is shorter than my training Langmesser. I'll pull them out for comparison later on. But this thing is super light in the hand. I'm gonna put this down real quick. I'll get to the scabbard in just a second. But it feels really light in the hands. Like it's just very controllable. You can sphere with it. Even with like back cuts here, it's very controllable. So I'm able to stop the blade pretty much where I want it to, so that's pretty cool. The blade style that I chose on the website is the Gottfried blade, and it is the medium width blade. So you have, I believe, the Gunter, which is the super wide one, and then you have the super skinny one, which is, I believe, the Karl. I felt like this would have enough oomph in the cut, but it wouldn't be super heavy and super big. So this was my choice, and I think it's a good compromise between the two. Never handled the Karl or the Gunter, but maybe I will in the future. Yeah, this grip is just shorter than I expected. That's probably because I'm used to using a longer grip on my Purple Heart Armory synthetic and also my steel. And let's take a look at those. Let's take a look at those grind lines real quick. Let's go down just like that. And then if you can tell, the noggle is peened right there. As far as I know, that's pretty historical. I asked for them to do I believe this is a CC1 grip, and it has a fuller. It's fullered, it's hollow on like the inside there, and aesthetically I like that. I just thought it would be easier to hold as well because you can stick your thumb in there. I don't know if that's true, but we'll figure that out in a bit. Oh, the back edge. The back edge on this Langmesser is sharpened. And actually it's sharpened all the way down to here. I thought it would just be on the clip point there, but it's actually all the way down here, and it feels very sharp. Let's see, some of the grind lines, check that out real quick. Some of the grind lines, they're a little cruder than I thought, but also these are Langmessers. Like they were probably like this historically. I am seeing that there is a little, I'll have to go in more in depth with it later, but I think right there is a little bit of geometry deviation. It's like a little dip right there. There's definitely little forge marks, but it's extremely smooth. Like I don't see any waviness going into the blade. It looks like it's been forged very well. But this thing is super light. Let's take a look at the scabbard real quick. So I thought the scabbard was actually going to be like loose, or I don't know, like wobbly, but it's actually wooden core. So it's very, hold on, let me put this in here so I don't cut my hand open. It's rigid all the way through, and it's covered in leather, and it has this little basic belt loop thing. They offered They offered a like a harness system for it, but it cost more, so I chose not to get it this time. But the leather work on the scabbard looks pretty awesome, actually. And drawing it out and placing it in, it's pretty easy. A few more things in the box. Let's take a look. Oh, they sent us some swag. So we got some Landsknecht Emporium swag. I'm actually going to put that on some sword cases and stuff. And it came in this little envelope. Some snacks for later. And what is this? Renaissance wax polish. I did see that on the site. I may have even ordered it and just forgot to put it in there. But this is how you keep your swords looking super shiny and not rusting. So we'll apply some of that at the end of the video after we're done. Pretty good so far, Landsknecht Emporium. We're going to see how it cuts in a bit, but before we do that, I'm going to let my students handle it and see what they think about it.
I like the sheath. It's really comfortable. I like that it has a little loop right there. The handle is small, but it's nice because I have small hands. Everyone keeps saying that it's really light. It feels like what it looks like. It fits in the hand really nice. I like that you can stop it right away. It's very easy to just do any kind of movement. I like their Purple Heart armories that we usually use for our trainers, but they have very long and thick handles, which makes it a little awkward sometimes to do thumb changes and just do general positioning. So you can just move around very freely with this one, and it doesn't feel cumbersome at all. It feels like actually how they probably are in real life instead of just the trainers, which I feel like are always clunky no matter what you do. So I actually like this one a lot. And I kind of want one. So I'm taking this one now. Goodbye.
It looks to have very nice build quality. The weight is actually less than I thought it would be from the look of it. Definitely feels very nice in the cut. The handle is a lot thinner than I thought it would be, but that actually does feel really nice with the fuller or scallops. The sheath, very nice quality. I'm not seeing any blemishes on the leather. The sheath is done in the Germanic or Scandinavian wrap pattern, which is really nice and looks to be period correct. I think this is going to be a very good tool to use in our training.
All right, guys, before we get to actually cutting with the Landsknecht, I just want to show you guys a cool feature of most European blades, and that is its flexibility. So coming from a kenjutsu background where we're using katanas, they don't flex at all. They're very stiff blades. This, as most European like Renaissance era medieval swords, they have a bit of flex to them. And as I can feel, the flex in this blade is exactly where it's supposed to be, which is near the end, and then it's of course stiffer down by the guard. So that's where you're seeing the flex. Also, be very careful if you test your blades. If you have a sharp blade and you're doing that, you don't want to cut your hand. But we're going to go ahead and do some test cutting with the Landsknecht Emporium Gottfried Langmesser on water bottles, the old enemy of new swords. And I know a lot of you guys out there right now are probably going, water bottles, like that's not a very good representation of the quality of a blade and cutting. Oh, yes, you can take that from me, please. But we don't have our cutting stand up yet. We're in the process of building a few of them. So right now, we're going to be fighting our arch nemesis, filled water bottles and soda bottles. So let's test this thing out and see how it works. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty sharp blade. Bad edge alignment. Go. I cut it too high where it was the air was in. Take a look at your cut though. Take a look at your cut. Look at that. That's clean.
Like it's not getting.
It's clean. Beautiful. See how easy that was? Yep. Overall, I'm very pleased with the Landsknecht Emporium Gottfried Langmesser. I think aside from just the small cosmetic blemishes and the
the little divot in the edge itself, I'm very pleased with how it handles and how it cuts. I really feel like that every penny I spent on the Landsknecht itself, especially because it's so historically accurate, was worth it. And I hope to get to review more of Landsknecht Emporium's products in the near future. If you had a good time with us, be sure to slash that follow and subscribe button. Until next time, sword friends.